Welcome back. We're here with our plant and garden expert, Craig Oct, answering all of your guys' question on our Facebook Live. And so we left off on Rhonda, who asked, do I have to trim back all of my flower garden in the fall? I thought it is best to leave it for spring.
Actually, you can go either way. I was always a spring cleanup person because I was so busy in the fall. But if you like that nice, pristine look during the winter, you can go ahead and clear off the flower beds. I'd wait until we get to our first frost, especially if you're dealing with perennials. Remember, they're putting down food for next year's flowers right now. Annuals, not so important. As soon as we get the first killing frost, they can go away. But you can either be somebody that leaves the plants, and that does give some cover and food for birds during the winter, or you can clean it up now.
Elaine is wondering, can you speak to all the shrubs, perennials, and bulbs that we can start trimming right now?
Oh boy, actually there's not a lot in shrubs right now. This is the time of the year I go ahead and I tell people to get those pruners put away just in case we had a long warm period. You don't want that new growth that you would get after pruning to be there and not harden off before winter gets here. As far as perennials are concerned, you know, we are within probably what, 4 weeks of a killing frost, so you're not going to be giving up a lot of food manufacturing capabilities. And I'm pretty sure that some flower beds are looking pretty bedraggled right now. So you could go, ahead and, hey, you got to see this when it gets out of bed in the morning. You know, bedraggled is not the right word. You could start doing your cleanup now.
I like how we're looking at each other like, what? We don't know what that means. Anyway, Pat asked, my strawberries have holes in the leaves. What is causing this, and when do I need to cover my raised beds for winter?
What was the first plant with the holes?
My strawberries.
Strawberries, you know, this late in the season on a perennial crop, I don't get really excited about some leaf damage. No plant is looking pristine at this point before it goes to bed. And the thing is that a lot of these insects that might be bothering plants are going to die over the course of the winter. You know, so and it's an edible, so I'm very careful about the insecticides and fungicides that you would use on it. Come and ask me in person and I can show you what to put on there.
All right, Jim and Diana are wondering, can I winter, is it lantana?
Lantana, hey, he got it. He's getting better. Lantana, we have to remember, lantana is a super sun, super heat lover. So they have to have your prime location as far as sun is concerned in your house. And remember, lantana, they grow in areas that go through really dry periods every now and then. So make sure you're letting them dry out properly between waterings. As far as fertilizer, maybe once a month, just to get them through the winter.
Russell asked, should I put my poinsettia, I know that word, in near total darkness now, and should I switch fertilizer for it?
Well, I would keep the fertilizer going. You want to keep that plant growing, and it's not near darkness. It is absolute darkness for 12 hours every night. If you don't have an area in your house that is dark all night, shove it in a closet, put a box over it, make it part of your daily routine. If you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you make sure that you cover it before 7 o'clock at night. I always just put mine in the spare bedroom and threaten to kill anybody that opens the door at night.
Allegedly. Sharon is wondering if pine needles are okay to use on strawberry plants.
Pine needles would be fine. Any cover that you can get on your, well, no, any light, fluffy covering for strawberries would be fine. We wouldn't use something like wood mulch or anything like that. The important thing is getting it on before the temperature goes to 20 degrees. And remember, in the spring, when you uncover them, don't get rid of that covering, because we have always had late frosts in this area, and we can dip back to 20 degrees. And you don't want to damage those plants in the spring after you've gotten them successfully through the winter.
All righty, and if there's anything you learned in today's segment, don't mess with Craig's plants. So.
Yes. Thank you, Craig, for joining us. Be sure you join our Facebook Live each and every Wednesday where you can submit your questions and be part of that conversation. Good Morning Quad Cities at 11 will be right back.